I remember in the early days of Daystar, when we decided to check what are the needs of the people in our community. It was a turnaround that we did, right, in the leadership of the church, turned the focus on the people. We said, who are the people that live 5 kilometers radius of our church? What are their needs? And poverty came number one, which shouldn't be a surprise, right, in Africa. Poverty came number one. Then we asked ourselves the question, okay, so how have we been addressing the poverty problem as a ministry? Okay, let's look at our preaching. And I found out the only thing I had been preaching with respect to finances was giving. Instantly, it was obvious that that was not the first solution. It's part of it, but that was not the starting point because these people did not have the money in the first place. And then that shaped my prayer point. It's amazing. It influenced my prayer point. So the next thing then was for me to say, okay, Lord, is there anything in the Bible I can teach them that will help them to get the money? Okay, so and now that brought innovation to the preaching, right? That brought innovation to the preaching. But where I'm going is, I saw 2 Kings chapter 4, a widow whose husband was owing so much money, but then he died. And the creditors came, they wanted to take the 2 sons to be slaves. And she ran to the prophet. What I found amazing was that the prophet asked her, woman, what do you want me to do for you? Before she could answer, he fired the second question. Tell me, what do you have in the house? She said, your handmaid has nothing except a small jar of oil. He said, okay, that's what we're looking for. Now you run back home, you go to your neighbors, you borrow empty barrels. He said, don't borrow a few. Get as many as you can, put them in your house. Close the windows. He said, then take that small jar of oil and pour the oil into those big barrels. She complied. And the moment she turned the big barrel, the jar into the big barrel, there was a miracle flow of oil. Well, I realized God was not asking me to go tell everybody to go borrow jars of oil and pour oil. But I saw principles in there. And the first one was this: God will never allow you to get to the point where there's nothing around you that He can use to move you to the next level in your finances. That was the message I brought to the church. I titled it, Start with What You Have. If you're going to be innovative, you've got to have that basic belief system. Since then, that's the basic belief system that drives my thinking. My blessing is not far from me. There's something around me. There's something. Oh, by the way, very interesting story here. I shared that story on radio, on Success Power. There was a lady that was listening to me on radio, and she had absolutely nothing. Her children had gone to school, and there was nothing to give them for lunch. She was just wondering what she was going to do. And then she heard me speaking on radio. And I was saying, God will never allow you to get to the point where there's nothing around you that He will use to move you to the next level of breakthrough in your finances. And in that instant, she heard someone outside saying, bottles. You know, there are some of those people that move around buying used bottles. And our eyes just fell on the crate of soft drink bottles right there by her. She just grabbed the crate, ran outside, sold it, and then thought, wonder what she was going to do with the money. Just remembered an uncle of hers, and she just went to go meet that uncle. Things are very difficult for me. Right? My children, I don't even know what to give them for lunch. The uncle said, no problem. What do you want to do? Is there anything you can sell? She said, yes, I have a business idea. He said, how much do you need? She said it. He just hold on. He went and counted the money cash and gave it to her. Everything started from something around her. So innovation helps us to extract the value from the resources around us.